that fundamental belief, I am my brother's keeper, I am my sister's keeper, that makes this country work.
I am my brother's keeper. I am my sister's keeper too.
It is that fundamental belief, I am my brother's keeper, I am my sister's keeper, that makes this country work.
I am my brother's keeper. I am my sister's keeper too.
Dr. Abiy Ahmed Ali, the Secretariat of Oromo People's Democratic Organization, has been found guilty of plagiarizing. In a supposed interview, he is not only visibly seen reading, but some of the content he is using and passing off as his own, are actually bits and pieces directly plagiarized from various people. In this video, we will analyze and scrutinize his interview. He took the words directly from an interview American journalist Jeffrey Mark Goldberg did with Henry Kissinger. The interview was done for The Atlantic magazine on November 10, 2016. The title of the interview was Lessons of Henry Kissinger, and the subject of the interview was America's role in world politics. Kissinger states the following: "The world is in chaos. Fundamental upheavals are occurring in many parts of the world simultaneously, most of which are governed by disparate principles."
The world is in chaos. There are lots of ripples here and there. Fundamental upheavals are occurring in many parts of the world, governed by contrasting principles.
Kissinger: "I am, but I believe in evolutionary stability. I do not believe you can ever maintain the status quo in perpetuity. The challenge, then, is to devise a system in which change can be accommodated without producing chaos."
Can you share your worldview?
I believe in evolutionary stability and natural adaptation. I do not believe anyone can even maintain a status quo eternity. Every single day, we need to devise a system in which change can be accommodated with empowerment.
Kissinger: "Every society that has ever existed in human history has at some point declined. You can be arrogant enough to believe that it cannot happen to you, but you need the humility to recognize the limitations of human foresight. That said, you must have some faith in yourself. Lack of faith in a society is an early symptom of decline."
Every society that has ever existed in human history has to some point faced its decline. We cannot be arrogant enough to believe that it cannot happen to us. However, we need to exercise humility and to recognize the limitations of human foresight. That said, we have faith in our society and constitution.
Kissinger: "My instinct is, and I hope I am right, that an American president who presents a framework combining fortitude and purpose will be supported."
My instinct is, and I hope I am right, that the revitalization imperative that presents a framework combining fortitude and purpose will gain the support of the people.
Dr. Abiy also plagiarizes a sentence from a Newsman magazine article. The title of the article is entitled, "Russell Brand on Revolution." The article was published on October 24, 2013. In the article, Russell Brand states, "Fear and desire are the twin engines of human survival, but with most of our basic needs met, these instincts are being engaged to imprison us."
Fear and desire are the twin engines of human survival. These urges will imprison us if we let them.
Russell Brand continues, and states, "Time may only be a human concept and therefore ultimately unreal, but what is irrefutably real is that this is the time for us to wake up."
Time may only be a human concept and therefore ultimately unreal. But what is irrefutably real is that this is the time for us to wake up.
In the book entitled Soft Power: The Means to Success in World Politics, Joseph S. Nye Jr. states, "It is easier to attract people to democracy than to coerce them to be democratic."
To sum up, It is easier to attract people to democracy rather than to coerce them to be democratic.
In the briefing paper published by Oxfam in 2014, and entitled, "Working for the Few: Political Capture and Economic Inequality," it states, "This massive concentration of economic resources in the hands of fewer people presents a real threat to inclusive political and economic systems, and compounds other inequalities, such as those between women and men."
There is a massive concentration of economic resources in the hands of few people, presenting a significant threat.
Dr. Abiy's interview is clearly bogus. He is reading as opposed to giving a prompt interview. In this interview he has repeatedly plagiarized the statements and writings of other people without giving the proper credit or source of references.
Thank you very much.